Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are continuing our journey through the Light Campaign V2 in the open beta, and things are looking really good for our little Achanan company, Vista Automotive. And we had a good, pretty well selling first car, a VA46, a little family car slash city car. And now our second car really is hitting it. Look at that! 8,200 cars sold in Achana. We are playing on insane difficulty, 2.0 difficulty modifier. And let's take a look at the finances. Just look at that. Like, BAM! Crushing it! And, well, we still have a little bit of stock here on the old one, which we are slowly selling off now. Well, slowly. It's just 1.57 months left of stock, and we are underproducing the new one. So let's take a look at how the new one does. Oh my god. Okay. It is doing very, very well. Let's see if we can move this up a little bit, and the rest needs to be done by increasing the markup. Oh, if we go here, 30% markup. Yeah, it's already looking better, but still not quite. Can we get it here? Yes. Okay, now they are shifted over. Very good. And even more markup. Yeah, now we would be building a little bit of stock with this one. At 37% markup in Achana, that's amazing. We're surely not going to sell anything to the lower end markets by having that high markup, but that also means that we are getting more score. Not only because of the higher markup, as the score is directly proportionate to the markup you are selling your cars for, or rather the actual profit you're making per car, but also selling to the more prestigious demographics means that you get higher score, because the demographics themselves have a modifier for how much score you're getting to sell to them. Now let's just wait and tick over 1 month here and see how it goes, and then we should have settled in. Yes! Profit 10 million at these new stats, and we are building a little bit of stock. Tiny amounts, while we're still selling over 1,000 cars of the old one. Okay, now before we do anything stupid for our next car, which needs to be engineered reasonably soon, I think I'm going to wait until 1955. Let's just check out the economy so that we are not producing something that doesn't make sense. Now, this finances chart is just looking phenomenal to us, and R&D, nothing happening here. Familiarity is going up as it should, and our sales are amazing. Awareness still rising, and the market's going up. Now we should have a little bit of a better picture here, though, for how it is going. The normal market has stabilized, and you can take Gazmir as a kind of standard here. 0.5 is what we are looking at for the early years, and we are slightly above there, which it should be, because this is already 1954 and no longer 1940. For Achana, it is looking like we are more in a pretty good time, though. And yes, Fruinian is skyrocketing though. Look, they are starting to separate. So Fruinian certainly is in an uptrend, but they started very, very low. Achana should be below Fruinian still, and now the gap is opening up. But overall, I think Achana is sliding, either increasing slower or actually sliding down overall, while the general economy is still increasing. So yeah, kind of tricky. I think we are good for the next car at least. And the next car will be, in case we build up too much stock and are not bankrupt, that will open up to the Fruinian market too. That is something we need to keep in mind. Fruinians love their safety. And do we have the data here somewhere? No, we don't. We don't have that here. But when we're making the next car, we should check out the various preferences of the Fruinian market. So what to do now? Well, I think we are waiting for 1955. Then check the economy again in case something bad happens. And see how much stock we have. And then we're just producing the next car. Well, you can see one thing here, and that is that all of a sudden we are no longer producing enough premium vehicles. That is a sign of an increasing economy in the luxury segment, of course. So they want to have a few more premium vehicles. Let's just give them that. Oh yes, our production again can't keep up. We can increase the pricing and just increase production a little bit more. Okay, very good, very good. We had to pay a big bunch of taxes, and otherwise it's looking good. Let's see, the market is still an upturn, but this one will crash down very soon. Like, we had a few waves here. You can see the wavelength is about, oh yeah, from low to low is how many years? Should be around 7 years. And we had one in 49 and a half. So we expect to have another dip at 49 and a half. So basically 1950. And then we expect the dip to be in 1957. The next one, and so this one will turn down probably if it's a normal business cycle which isn't delayed. This looks like a longer business cycle here, so maybe it's speeding up the frequency in business cycles here right now. But yeah, I think we are good overall. The levels overall are really nice. So we are not in any kind of danger in our normal segment. You can barely see the dips here. Although, like, small changes in this chart will, especially when you're down here, are big percentage changes still. And what do we need for a new car? I think we were running pretty well with the, like, small car approach. Having 3 years of engineering time, and yeah, maybe we can now start making a few different variants and a front engine car, because now we should have available 2-shoe drum brakes. Let's check out the R&D department. Yes, the 2-shoe variant is available since 1952, and we don't want to wait until 1959. We might want to consider investing into a larger factory or research. I don't think we can afford both, though. Let's build something first, as we don't gain anything from having more research costs right now, and see where we end up. So let's design a new car. Or is it too early? No, not really. It's all good. So, new car. Do we have anything small is the question. This one. What is the body here for this one? Ah, this is 1955, perfect. So this is another small body which we can use, and it is rear engine compatible, which we might want to use. On the other hand, having a van with rear engine is very, very strange. I would like to get into the light delivery segment, because the Fruinians love light delivery vehicles. It's basically their whole market for any kind of delivery vehicles. They have tiny roads in old cities, so yeah, you don't get through there with heavy delivery and shit. Okay, but I think we are definitely going to base it on this model. And there is a 5-door variant, which is nice. Maybe we should go for this one straight away. The 5-door variant. It's not quite as prestigious as this one, but cargo volume 632 liters versus 1,308 liters. Of course this one will cost a little more to produce too, it's heavier. But not much. Not much. Now let's make this base version, then make one variant here, which is this one, and then we make a convertible. That would be cool. Yes, let's make a convertible. And Can we make this? Yeah, let's go with a very light front engine this time around. Then it should be good. Still monocoque, even though we are going with some utility-focused vehicle. It won't be perfect, certainly not, but I think because it's so damn cheap, it will still sell pretty well. Longitudinal front wheel drive, overall a little heavier. Front suspension McPherson strut and rear suspension semi-trailing arm. Steel panels, of course. We already have the presses installed in our factory. And now we need the grills. Rear wheel drive, if we want to have any kind of utility, that is a must. Let's go with our standard color for the early years. And inline, that is now a bit tricky. I think I want to go with an inline 4 now because we need more power than those 800cc 32 horsepower or whatever to flow with traffic now with the 60s coming up. So probably an inline 4 because that one can take 2 eco carbs, which is something we want. And yeah, familiarity 17.5%. Sounds good to me. Probably want a lighter engine though. I'm going over square because we don't really need to rev. And 1.5 liter sounds reasonable, yes. 1.5 liter inline 4. And nothing fancy like aluminium or whatever. Don't need that. Also, that would be pretty harsh on the reliability, and that is something we cannot compromise on. So let's start out with at a base value again of 7.5. Lower the cam profile to like 28, somewhere between 25 and 30. Usually works out nicely for these kinds of vehicles. It's in the low, normal to low zone. And do we need that? Yeah, +1 here maybe. Naturally aspirated, carburetor, and now we can choose 2. That's what I wanted. And lean it out completely. Ignition timing 60 maybe. And here we still have our... Ooh, that might be a bit expensive now. No, not really. 200... Yeah, that's good. It's cost us a little bit of margin maybe, but not that much. And we really want to have the extra reliability to get to continue to push out our reputation. We don't care about the company prestige. I mean, we are just a little Aranon manufacturer. What kind of prestige are you expecting, really? And short cast header. Very high familiarity rating there already. And now we do need a little bit more power. So maybe 45 or even 65? Let's see. Double reverse flow. Whoa, knocking a bit. Not by much, I guess. Yeah, just one compression and a little bit of... No, nothing. A little bit of nothing. This is definitely revving too high. And here is the breakpoint. 45.4. Let's take a look at what the exhaust does. 62 horsepower, but we are losing a lot of download torque, which gives us more comfort while riding, and that is reasonably important for the family segment and the commuter segment especially. I don't want to sacrifice that. Easy driving, overall that's very good. So engine done, looking excellent, very high reliability engine, 60 horsepower almost. That's catapulting us into the 60s. And do we have free? No, we don't have free ratios yet. So we're going with our overdrive setup once again. And nothing to choose here. Differentials open and medium road. Medium road tires? Really? Maybe. Or hard long life. For this variant, probably medium compound. A little bit larger tires. Yes, 640s. Oh, that's nice. Do we need... that's the advantage of having the engine in the front. You basically need equal tire sizes, not having to play around too much. And let's choose these. And 2. Yes. Now we will have brake problems, though. I can guarantee you. Because all the weight is in the front. Although we have a pretty small engine. Look how tiny it is. So cute. 2 carbs. Yay. No skid tray. And what about the cooling? We are still aiming for 4 times. So that will be 280. So let's go there. 5 seats for the standard or the basic category, and power steering. Oh, that helps. Now we can finally use this too. Just investing into the power steering, like all the quality power steering. We want to have the advanced and no quality there. Okay, cool. Progressive is available. Ah, yes. Nice. Oh, look! We have almost the perfect setup already. Let's make it perfect. Like this. Okay. And do we have to amp this up more? No, certainly not. Down a little bit though. Oh, no, this was good. This is really good. Okay, no change needed. Do we need softer springs? No, we don't. Maybe a little bit stiffer dampers though. Yeah, just slightly. No, that was certainly too much. Maybe a little bit softer. 18 comfort. 18 comfort without sacrificing anything but sportiness. I don't care! Who cares? Who cares about that with these cars? 3.2 roll angle is close to being optimal. Let's take a look at the markets. Ah, they love us. They really love us. And have another look at the gearing. Yeah, have a little bit of wheel spin there. Oh shit! Where's all that shitty fuel economy coming from all of a sudden? The car overall, it might be a lot heavier. Yeah, that's probably it. Let's see if we can improve it. Yep. Could improve it. It had too little power in gear 4 at some point, so that was the issue here. If we reduce it further, increases all kinds of stats, apart from... Oh. No, fuel economy doesn't want to come back here, it seems. So nope, let's take it back to the point where it actually dropped low. There we go. I think that was it, yes. Okay, excellent. 15.4 seconds from 0 to 100. It's almost quick. Oh, of course, the brakes. The brakes are now the problem. Let's see how we can adjust those. We have 0 brake fade, which is good, or excellent even, but we need to drop this down, this max. And this still almost gets there, so maybe +2 here. +1 is enough, and then we just drop this to 0, I guess. No, that was too much. 15? Yeah, 15. Okay, much better. Let's take another look here. Markets. Very green. Yeah, still very green. Is it still green at +20? Not really. The family segment is kind of dying. The car is too expensive. Well, yes, it is expensive. But you can see how quickly it turns really green if we just drop the price a little. And that will be the effect of having the factory on the rear end there. It's spitting out the cars. Yeah, let's put a base +20 on it so that we don't have to deal with that later on. Okay, all the names are given. Now we can start. No, wait a sec. I have to just check if we have tuned everything we need to tune. That is all good. That is all good. Yes. Okay. Now it's ready for cloning. So let's clone it, and let's make a wagon version out of it. Do we have this here? Oh no, light delivery. We wanted to do a light delivery. Okay. Now we just need to choose it. Like this. Or maybe have this one? Because it has more doors. That might be better. So let's do like this one, but only put 2 seats into it. If that is an option, let's check. No, okay, we can. That is the thing with the other body. So let's choose that one. Now we have the option of 2 seats. And markets. Ooh. Ooh, that's terrible. I really hate it. Why is that? Oh, the budget, I guess. The budget is abysmal. Yes. Wow, affordability 13%. That's bad. That is really bad. But the Fruinian market might like it. I mean, in Fruinia things are looking up properly. And we still have some optimizations to do. This is all good. But the tires... let's do it via the suspension instead. 3.1, this can sway a little bit more, so just get rid of this. Maybe... yep, we are almost there. 1. Okay, there we are. 54.2 drivability. And I just want to check one thing here. Do they like 3 seats better than 2 seats? Or vice versa? And maybe family utility would be another category for us with this one. It's a very bad one though. So, what do you like? 41.8 or 42.3? And oh yeah, that does make a big difference here. Ooh, I wonder how 3 people are fitting in that tiny car together in the front. It must be really warm and cozy up there. Like, yeah. That is not the gear shift. Yes, right. And I think I'm happy with this one, even though it seems to be doing poorly. Let's check out what it does in Fruinia. Oh, poorly too. What the hell? Are they doing that badly? 41.8. Just seems to be a really bad car I've designed here. Oh, that is because it has so low load capacity. Right, because of the monocoque and the McPherson struts and shit. So it might be a bad idea. So let's switch this around to actually be a wagon version for heavy family usage, or more family utility usage rather. That might be a much better way to go. Alright, with this, just extending out the back, we have a lot more cargo space in this one. And let's call it the wagon. Such creative naming today, I'm amazed. Oh yeah, this will change around the driving characteristics a lot. And I don't think I can push this further, or can I? No, I can't. This needs to be upped. We need to go for a smaller front tire size. That is what I'm doing deliberately, just to get rid of the kind of UI bug here. Family utility is doing better now. Okay, hard long life. Does that help? Not really, but let's take that. It makes sense for this car. And now can get a bit more rear sway bar just to balance things out. 98, 99. That was an easy tuning here. Very good. Over 50 drivability. And now let's check out the markets once again. Oh, no, wait. 5 seats. Yes, 5 seats. Ugh. Maybe having a little bit of a chance in the family utility and family utility premium. No, it's doing well in family utility in Fruinia at least. And after the factory it will be better. So, yeah, let's take that. That's a viable trim, I would say. And now I want to clone the base version and make the cheapest convertible ever. But first, convertible, sport, convertible. Oh yeah, those exist. And in Fruinia, they do exist as well. Very good. Just making sure that I don't completely mess up. So this one will be the convertible. And there we go. And this will be all cream colored because it's so special. Ugh. Yeah, It's losing a lot of various stats. It's much heavier. Convertible needs to be much heavier because you're removing the structure which stabilizes it here on top. All the pillars. This is still looking decent enough. Can optimize it a bit further. What's going on? Ah, no, that was the wrong one, but still the right one. Okay, 1.0. All good. Still doing well. Let's take a look at the markets. Yay, convertible. They love it. They love it. And that's a market which we are not infringing upon ourselves. And we are doing really well in Fruinian with these. That's good to know. This might be a super hit car. I think we need to expand our factories a lot. Oh, rear brakes are fucked up with the new weight of the car. There we go. That's much better. Still no brake fade though. This is good news. We can't get more in the front, so not worth trying. Is there any other variant which we want to build? Let's take a look at what more they have to offer. There's the little coupe version. Ah. Maybe we could build a kind of sports version of this. A more prestigious version of this. Yeah, we do need to do that. We want to have the base version cloned and then put fancy shit in it, like premium stuff. Almost still good tuning there. Let's just up this a bit to get to the sweet spot again. That was enough there. Bottoming out a little bit because it's so much heavier. Okay, back to standard. And here we have to do the same thing, like amp up the rear brakes. Yep, and nothing we can do for the front. And this one is the premium. And maybe we should do a convertible premium as well. But that's 5 trims. 5 trims. On the other hand, we started designing the car very early. That means that, well, for each trim you add 6 months of engineering time. So that's one factor which people sometimes forget. But so you want to keep those in check a little bit, but we can always deactivate them or just get rid of it. Yeah, convertible clone. Let's see if it does do anything good when we put more stuff into it. Apart from bottoming out. Still bottoming out. Okay. And markets. What do you say, markets? Ugh. Okay, Ahana doesn't like it. But Fruinian? Yeah. They just standard convertible category can afford it pretty easily. So we run with this. This is the convertible P for premium. And it is set up. No, it isn't. It does need even more brakes. Maybe we should... No, we can't increase this one, because that would affect all models then. It would affect all models by that you have to engineer the +2 anyway, in that sense. And we could have used it in the other models. Overall, I think that might be it. So, what we do now is take a look here. 3 years and 9 months. Ouch. Yeah, that's what I expected. Maybe we just need to dump the convertible premium trim. 3 years and 6 months. No, 3 years and 6 months is fine. But that... maybe we should just go for 4 years then. 4 years. And... oh, shit. What do we get here? Okay, well... almost. We get the maximum reliability at minimum funding, and this engine is still coming out. So we could even have made a kind of sportier version of this one. Maybe a good idea. Let's do that. Let's reduce this to something more reasonable again, and then put something a little more sporty into the premium vehicles. Well, not necessarily sporty, but just better maybe? Let's see what we can do. So we clone that one. That's the convertible premium, yes. So we want to... Oh, go away, tooltip. Yes, I know. And there. Okay. So we want to select the clone here. And what we can do is call this the P version. And what improvements do we want? Higher cam profile. Slightly higher cam profile at least. More power. Then we can open up the exhaust. Just one snap. 67 horsepower. So we lose a little bit of economy while still keeping everything else basically the same. The low throttle response of these isn't too bad because it's mainly a comfort car with the Focus. And this one we don't want to touch, which is unfortunate. Can we do anything else? Can we up this one? Yes, we can. Just drop that. Perfect. Okay, 67.9 horsepower. That might be a bit more suited to a slightly heavier car, which would be the convertible premium and the... do we do it for the convertible too? So that it just has a different engine, a bit more performance? Or maybe we're just dropping it into the premium? Yes, okay. Gains a little bit more prestige, which is what we're looking for. It loses a little bit of comfort and reliability. But on the other hand, loses a lot of economy. I'm not so sure about this, but I think overall it might be better. Let's take a look. Especially once the desirability is recalculated for later markets. Because the performance index here is... yeah, that might be kicking in soon. Anyway, it's doing really well at plus 20. And I think this is a supreme lineup of cars. We do need a larger factory for it though. 65, 62, 4 years exactly. That was what we aimed for. Now we have 2 trims here. And let's push this up. 3.7 years. You don't have to any longer just go here like, oh, I can't see it anymore. Oh, I have to see it. No, it's right there when you look at it. So 3.7 years, and we can reduce funding until it's 4.0. Good. That's pretty optimal. I like that. Very high reliabilities. It's all looking good. Our familiarity bonuses are going up. And now for the factories. This will be interesting. We are making a massive amount of profit right now. And of course we have a large plot. And the... so the production will start basically is in early 1959. And at that point... we don't really want to have this massive production yet. But for the Fruinian market to open, even though we have very, very low awareness right at the start, I think it's worth to have a little bit of stock built up at that point. And right now we are limited by just not being able to crank out enough cars, even in Achana with this lineup. And also this lineup isn't cannibalizing all too much, which I think I did wrong with in earlier playthroughs and stuff, that the trims were a little too similar. But yes, so we are choosing this one certainly. And now let's update what is going on. This is a medium 3. It would cost us 50 million to update. It's quite a cost. Ooh, quite a cost. On the other hand, it's not that much, considering how much money we have. Wow, 711 million. I think this is in range. I do think this is in range. 266 million. And average production cost is just 190. What? I think we can lower this a little bit. Save how much? What? That's amazing. Okay, yeah, that's really good. So we are saving kind of 40 million right there by just lowering it to that, and we are not having too much more production costs per car. What do we do here though? We do need 410 engines. And here we go, 420. Yeah, let's do that. 100 per engine, very, very low. So this is all looking very good. And within budget too. It's almost like I could go with the large. Nah, even though it's 4 years down the line and we are making massive amounts of... Hell, we are making massive amounts of dough right now. But then the engines are imbalanced, so no, let's not do that. Baby steps, and then we can always, if money is too plentiful, we can always go and start up a new factory, a new medium 1 or something really, really minor, and start building light sports cars for the Fruinian market, like dirt cheap, and push into their market right at the start. Oh, okay, this will be a little bit difficult to know how to set up, so I'm just going to not set it up. And wow, this is brilliant. This is really good. Family premium, even there we are doing reasonably well. And distribution. The convertible premium not doing too well in Ahana. People don't really know about convertibles here, it seems. So let's keep this one down for a moment. We don't really need its production. Or we do, maybe we do need a little bit of production right at the start to then push into Fruinia with a nice big load of cars. Alright, this is about a good as split as we can manufacture. And at 1.7 shifts we are about breaking even, although we are producing twice the number of cars in the convertible segment. As soon as Fruinia then opens up, that should be all solved by itself. Okay, how much does it cost? Not that much, 355.9 million. And we are having a profit per month estimate of 12.5 million. Just 29 months to break even with the high new factory costs. Sounds good. But we are going to have... What? Oh, that's massive. So upgrading the factory costs us 61 million each month. Nice. Okay, I think we sign off on that big project coming. Oh, so how is this all doing? We have lots of sales, we have slight stock build up, it's all looking good. Right? Oh, I just saw that we are selling out of our base model. Oh, what can we do about that? I think we are at the brink of the production here anyway already. Well, this is not updating correctly. Please ignore. Nothing to see here, move on. Okay, this might be better. So increase production a little bit, and we are overproducing now. Wow, just look at the graph. This difference is amazing. It's really good. Huh. Especially if you compare to before. That's a car that gives us all the money. And I think with this much money, we should be looking into starting our own research. Because that's easily something we can finance now. And I think we can have up to something like 3 or 4 million in total costs for lab plus the funding. The only question is, what should we put it into? Just like general updates, like the body chassis fixtures, or more specific ones. Brakes is not something we really need because we're not making performance vehicles, or if we make any kind of performance vehicles, it will be very light vehicles. Not really in need of superb braking there in order to brake that vehicle. We could amp up the interior entertainment and safety more. That would make sense. And the drivetrain, if we... yes, maybe the drivetrain would make a lot of sense, because the automatics are kind of shit at the start. And we want to have as many gears as possible, as soon as possible. And also automatics are great for family cars in general. For the engine, I'm not too sure. More fuel system would be good for more economy, which is important, especially in the Fruinian market. Their fuel prices are reasonably high and they are super eco-aware. So, but that is expensive. That's like 3 million right there just to get it to 4. Yeah, it's a bit much, maybe. Do we want to go with this, maybe? Safety is very important for Fruinia, and we can just have it at this level for a while, and then once we pass the 2.5, switch it to this level of funding. Then, or just have it at the start to just power through, and then keep it at 3. So lower it back to 3 once we have passed 3. Okay, now we really have quite a bit in here. Oh, that might be a bit too expensive. It's so difficult to choose what to get. Drivetrain was more important. So let's go with a goal of +2 in drivetrain, and +3 is our goal for interior, entertainment and safety. And once we pass +3, and here in this case +2, we set it back down 1 step. And now we should see that in the finances graph, which is just crashing. Let's take a look here. Oh yes. No, the income isn't crashing, but the the costs are skyrocketing. 36 million in taxes, 37 almost. And we might want to readjust this production because new competitors might have appeared on the market. Oh, this is all looking good still. Yep, happy with that. Let's continue production. And yeah, I think this is all good for now. We are doing super well in general, even having the money to start researching. And I'm looking forward to just really getting into the Fruinian market. If we have that much money, then the next episode might be about making a completely new production, maybe a small scale production, like a small factory with a medium piece of land. Yeah, medium piece of land. And building a light sports car, which then comes out perfectly timed for the Fruinian market. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time!